And welcome. Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Helium Down Under channel. This channel is focused on Helium IoT, the People's Network, and with a real flavour on Australia and New Zealand down here in this big, wide, beautiful world of ours that we call the land down under, and of course that island across the ditch that we call New Zealand. And we are here tonight to share some exciting news about a new potential vendor or manufacturer that may very well be supplying Helium Hotspots to the AU915 frequency band very soon. Now, a couple of weeks ago, this particular vendor was cleared by the MOC, the Manufacturing Oversight Committee, and they have already been providing Helium Hotspots out there to the US market and also Europe. Now, in the early days, it looked like they were not going to be shipping to Australia, but lo and behold, one of the Facebook members today brought it to my attention, so I did some research, and, well, what do you know? He was absolutely correct. Visited the Discord channel, and as you'll see shortly, this new vendor is looking like they will be launching into the Australian market very soon. That horrible word, soon. Okay, without further ado, let's have a look at who we are talking about. Senscap. Senscap, which are being marketed by Seed, that's SEED. They're the distributors, but Senscap are the manufacturer, and it looks like they are going to be joining the Anzac Spirit down here in producing an AU915 unit to add on to the People's Network down here in Australia. Very exciting times. If we have a look at this spreadsheet here, this is the spreadsheet that is being managed by the MOC, the Manufacturing Oversight Committee, Overview Committee. I can't recall which one it is, but this is the spreadsheet that they put out, and they are making it available to people so that we can keep a track on what is actually happening when it comes to manufacturers into the market. And when we have a look down here, we do see that Seed, Sensecap, they have, of course, been in this particular phase here now for the last couple of weeks. They were, in fact, cleared by the MOC before Linxdot, who also, incidentally, are only probably a week or two, at my guess, away from actually shipping the first Australian units. But it's just absolutely amazing. We've gone from having no manufacturers servicing us to now potentially having multiple really good quality vendors supplying hotspots to the market. So Sensecap have been approved by the MOC, and they are already distributing units across Europe and the US as we speak. Right, but I will draw your attention once again before we go too much further here, because we've all seen the nightmare experiences that many of us have lived through over the last couple of months and continue to live through. The anxiety that it causes you is quite amazing. Of course, we're all so keen to get those Helium Hotspots and be, of course, building our IoT network and benefiting from the HNT tokens through proof of coverage. But of course, we just can't get those units down here. Well, the MOC, the Manufacturing Oversight Committee, I'm going to call them the Oversight Committee, hopefully that was correct. But this is, of course, what they put out on the DY call a week or two ago, and I just wanted to really take the opportunity to throw it here front of screen once again, so that we're all recognizing the fact that the MOC does not look at the financial side or the business side of a manufacturer when they clear them for distribution of hardware onto the People's Network. They are all focused on technology. They get the units in, they look at them, they do a hardware audit, they look at a security audit, they do all of the facets and checks, the checks and balances of the units on a hardware basis, but they do not do much more than a surface view of the companies themselves. So it's really up to us to make sure that we do our due diligence on each of the businesses that we invest our money with moving forward. So we've had our nightmares moving forward and moving backwards. I think it's time, guys, to go with some good players like Sensecap and like Linxdot moving forward. And here we are. This is the Sensecap M1 LoRaWAN indoor gateway. It's a really sleek looking unit. If any of you are spending any time on social media, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, or on Discord, you will have seen many dozens of very happy customers just in the last couple of days actually having photos and selfies holding up their prized Senscap unit. It's a really nice looking unit, very, very functional indeed, and just amazing that it's looking like shipping to down under. Are they shipping? Is it all just smoke and mirrors? Well, let's have a look at this. The great thing about Helium and the blockchain is that everything with the company is really transparent if you basically know where to look. This is not difficult to find. This is just off the Helium Explorer map looking at the Hotspots tab. And if we come down here, this is Sensecap. And it's showing that since basically they went live a week or whatever it was ago now, they have already got near on 1,500 hotspots that are now actually on the network. They are fixed. They are actually literally synced, and they are providing coverage. They're participating in proof of coverage. They're earning their owner's HNT, and it's amazing. If we have a look down below there, we've also got another 1,200 of them there that are in the pipeline at the moment that will be joining those 1,500 very soon. The thing that I'm really quite impressed with, and this is really where it shows the fact that the company does actually have an intention of delivering on hotspots very soon. Let's have a look at the amount of data credits that they have there ready at the moment. They have 15,000 worth of hotspots, or rather 1,500 onboarding. That's 1,500 new hotspots that they have got HNT already stored in their wallet right now, ready to go. So obviously the company is not going to purchase HNT unless they know that they're definitely going to be distributing these things in the very near future. I could go down and look at Nebra at the moment, which this is just another warning sign here, guys. And in fact, it's not necessarily the right place to say it here, but I definitely will throw the warning sign out there. There are a few alarm bells going off with Nebra. Not only have they obviously gone turtle and we don't know where they are anymore, we're not getting any more communication from them. I have noticed that there have been some Nebra hotspots appearing on the map, which is fantastic. There are still hotspots actually going out, but when you have a look at the amount of data credits that Nebra actually have in store at the moment, it is absolutely a minute amount of what they actually need to onboard the 17,000 hotspots that they allegedly have ready to ship right now. So guys, those are warning signs in my mind. My plan at this point is between Linxdot and Sensecap, the moment that those two companies actually do open the doors to Australia, I will be cancelling my orders with Nebra, and I will be wearing whatever the time delay is, and I will be ordering through those new reputable companies. I do not believe that I'll be getting my hotspots any slower than what I would be through Nebra, even though I'm batch 4, which theoretically should have been July, August. Guys, given the fact that from what I'm seeing in Discord is people in batch 2 are still waiting for their hotspots. Batch 3 is going out in dribs and drabs, so goodness me, batch 4, guys, quite honestly, could be months away, many months away. And placing an order with these two new providers right now that are, it looks like they're on the cusp of actually opening up the AU915 area. It's a perfect time to actually jump ship and head to somewhere else. But that's totally off track. This is meant to be all about Sensecap here today. But you can see the fact that they've got the data credits there, which in my mind, from my point of view, shows that they are serious about shipping in the near future. So you can make your own assessment, though. We've all been burned, but it's up to ourselves to make our own due diligence here. Don't invest what you can't afford to lose. Always number one in crypto. Doesn't matter if you're investing or whether you're purchasing hotspots or CPUs or graphic cards or whatever you might be mining. Guys, if you invest in anything, you've got to be prepared that that investment may not pay off like you think. And at the end of the day, we are responsible for our own reactions. People may let us down, but at the end of the day, we choose to trust those people. So there's actually a few questions here that we'll sort of cover. Question number 1 is, will you ship to Australia and New Zealand? Because, of course, Sensecap in the very early stages, obviously, AU915 was showing on their original 19 application, But when they got close to launching, that's where they identified the fact that they would only be focusing on the US 915 and the EU market, the 868, I think it is, whichever is the European frequency. But were you shipped to Australia? And yes, when we have a look down here, hardware specifications, this was initially what was always available. So the AU915 was always possible. It was just the fact that whilst the hardware was capable of it, they didn't have the certification. This is coming from this little thing down here is an extract from the Discord channel. And what it shows here is that version 3, which we'll come to shortly, AU915 version coming soon. Okay, so just going back into the Discord right now for some of those other validations, I guess. And guys, remember, you make your own assessment here. All I'm doing is just providing you the data and the details. I can give you some recommendations based on my own opinion, but at the end of the day, it is simply my opinion. And once again, stress that I am not an expert in crypto, in finances, or hardware for that matter. I've got my strengths in some areas, but I'm definitely I don't profess to know everything here. So let's have a look here on Discord. This person down here, Mr. Ord, actually asked, yeah, I'm interested in buying Senscap miner, though I can't find the coupon for AU915, which would be the frequency for my And down here, Hypno, who is one of the moderators for the channel, or I'm going to assume here based on the fact that they are a different color, that they're maybe not only a moderator, that they are also a company representative. Sale date for AU will be announced once it's officially confirmed, so stay tuned to the seed channel. So guys, this is the Sensecap Discord channel. I will place an invite to the Sensecap Discord channel if you are not already a member of this particular Discord. And once you're actually in this Discord, rolling down the side here, there's an abundance of different areas. If we notice regions, Australia is not shown there, but I'm going to imagine that once Australia does open, that there will be an Australia added there. But based on the information provided by Hypno here, that we should be focusing on monitoring the Seed channel. Now, Seed is I believe they're the US distributor. They're one of the distributors, but anyway, that's where we should be focused, looking for answers. And as a matter of interest, ducking across here to Seed, let's have a look here. Max Cool, who I know is one of our regular people on our own AU915 Discord channel and also on our Facebook channel. He has asked, mate, when is AU915 gonna be available? I gotta love that good Aussie accent, even in text. And Ming Wen Pim, whom again I'm only assuming here is a moderator of some description, representative of the company, or a moderator who theoretically knows what's going on here, or apparently knows what's going on. And his answer is, once again, soon. So there you have it. Based on the information from Discord, these will be released to the AU915 market very soon. And of course, that sort of leads in. I've now answered my own question. I've gone and jumped ahead of my own presentation here. But question 2 is, when can I order? Because number 1 is, can we order? Number 2 is, of course, the next one is, well, when can we order? And that magic word was soon. And as I say, oh my God, that word soon. For those of you who have placed orders with Nebra and have been in the Nebra group, the word soon sort of gives me shivers. I'm starting to suffer post-traumatic stress disorder just from the word soon. I sort of feel much the same as this woman here in behind the back, as this man actually announces that Senscap are going to be available soon. I don't know if she believes it any more than I do. But in this particular case, guys, Sensecap, the real deal. They are a big player. Linxdot is a big player. Livermorium is a great company. But I've got to say, when it comes to Helium Hotspots, Sensecap have definitely got the runs on the board and have been working in the LoRaWAN space for many, many years. Question number 3, what is the price? How much are these little suckers going to cost me? Are they going to charge? Are they going to charge me an arm and a leg? Do I have to sell the car, sell the kids, sell a kidney to get one of these hotspots? Well, I don't entirely know. It depends on your own finances, I guess. You probably won't get much for your kids these days. Not unless they do wash the dishes and wash the car without any argument, and what kid does that? But here we go. The price of these are going to be $519 US, which at the time of recording is approximately $700 Australian, and that does not include shipping, nor does it include any duty or taxes that you may need to pay. Now, just thinking back to my last presentation on Linxdot, the Linxdot hotspot is around the same price. There, I believe, was $715 if memory serves correct, but theirs did include shipping, whereas the Sensecap, you will need to pay for the additional shipping on top of that. Question number 4 is, how do I order? Okay, well, this is the very reason that I thought I'd better put this video together, because I actually did, when Sensecap first launched their hotspots onto the market about 2 weeks ago. At that stage, it wasn't definitely clear if you could purchase from Australia or not. So I did actually go through the process, and it was only then that I actually identified that I couldn't purchase without having a coupon. So this is not the time to go and get a Shopper Docker coupon or anything like that. That won't work. Or a Pizza Hut voucher. I'm not going to cut the dice. I'm sorry here, guys. You've got to have a Sensecap coupon in order to purchase. Now, why are they going to have a Sensecap? Why do you want a coupon? Well, most of you probably would have heard, if you're out there looking for hotspots, guys, you're keeping your finger on the pulse. You've probably seen the absolute disastrous launches that some of these companies have had, where their sites have crashed. Their shopping carts have been overrun. There's been all sorts of disaster stories over the last couple of months, and the vendors are all just trying to find new ways of streamlining the system so that they don't get overrun by bots that try and purchase multiple units for scalpers, etc. And this is just one of the methodologies. Now, Linxdot, if you think back, if you're currently waiting to purchase Linxdot, then you know that their methodology is to use their waitlist email system, and then they will send you an invitation to purchase, and you only get to order if you receive an invitation. In this particular case here, Sensecap are using a voucher system or a coupon system, where you need to go and purchase a coupon to start with, and then you take that coupon to the website and you purchase it there. It just puts a couple of steps in it that make it difficult for the bots to be able to duplicate, and it also lessens the chance of those massive spikes in volume on sites that do crash them, that bring them down. So you must have a coupon. All right, now the instruction to actually purchase the coupon is where things get a little bit convoluted and a bit complicated until you break it down into bite-sized pieces. Now, I did go through this process, and I've got myself completely set up now, ready to go. And what I would encourage is that everybody to do the same thing. Even though right now Sensecap are launching soon, what you don't want to do is wait until the last day to do it, because it took me about 2 days, actually 3 days, to get myself completely all sorted out. And I'll go through the steps shortly, and you'll see where potentially the holdups may be. But the website that you go to in order to get the instructions plus all of the links in one place. Now, you could go to the Discord channel, and you will definitely find it in there. Look at this big long string here. That's www.senscapmx.com/welcome-to . All right, freeze frame this, go to that website, and you'll be right. Or I actually did this tonight just to make it a little bit easier for this presentation to shorten this down. If you go to https://tinyurl.com/Sensecap, it will take you to this web page. Okay, so guys, if you want, type it in longhand, that way you know where you're going. Or 2, you can trust me just a little bit here to know the fact that this is directing you to the same place. Check the URL before you go there. Don't ever put your credit card details or anything into any site that you're not entirely certain is totally legit. But there you go. So that will take you to the page that has all of the links and the instructions that you need, because it's not very easy to find. If you go straight to the company website, there's nothing on there that shows you where to go, because that's what I did on day one when I tried to purchase. I spent near on an hour trying to figure out, well, where am I meant to be, because I can't buy through here. It looks like I can, but it won't let me. And anyway, so this video is designed to sort of shortcut some of those things, bring them to your attention. Okay, so once you actually get to that page, there's there's going to be a series of steps. And the first set of steps here, steps 1 through to 6, are the steps that you can complete before the day when you go to purchase. Okay, these are the ones that you can do right now. And in fact, I encourage you to start the process because, as I say, it took me a couple of days to get all my ducks in a row in order to do it. And I'll explain where that was. All right, so number one is once you've gone to, now it's no good just copying this address in. You will need to go to this specific page here, via the URL that I gave you before, because the link that you want to click on is in fact the link that says here. They take you to a special link, a referred link or something. If you just type these website addresses in, it does not take you to the correct place. So, number one is to click on link number one, and that's to go to sensecapmx.com, and you will want to register yourself as a customer. So you go to the top right hand corner, there's a link there that says log in or register. Just go and register. Put your details in there, put your shipping details, etc. You're not doing anything else, you're just opening an account, and that's it. So there's step number one finished. Step number two, you'll need an account with seedstudios.com. The site looks almost identical to Sensecap MX, so it is actually a little bit confusing to start with. It does almost look like you're on the same page, but it is actually a different page. So you will also need an account set up in Seed Studio. Then you will need, step number three is to download the latest Helium app, or you'll need the Helium app 3.4 or above installed on your mobile phone. So you're going to need to install that there. Now, I've got to tell you that up until about 3 weeks ago, I didn't have the Helium app on my phone because I had no purpose for it at that point. I have all of my HNT is basically I'm sort of trading in and out of on Binance, and consequently I didn't have this wallet set up. I now have mine on there. Step number 4 is a correction. That was step number 4. Step number 5, you are going to have to, and this is where you will have potentially, depending on where you are with your setup with an account with Binance, which I would assume that most of you have. I'm not going to say that it's the best way, but all I'll tell you is it's the one that I'm using, and I believe that it's available to all Australians without too many problems. What you will need to do is inside that new Helium wallet that you've just created is you are going to need to deposit $101 US. That's to purchase. You're going to need to purchase $101 worth of HNT. So if you're already trading like I was, trading HNT through my Binance account, I already had it in there. All I needed to do was actually transfer some of that out of my Binance account and into my HNT wallet. And if I had my phone with me, I'd hold it up and show it to you, but I'm sure you can figure it out anyway. So in there right now, I have got $101 worth. In fact, I've got, I think, about $150 worth of HNT. Now, I did notice at the time of this recording, and by the time you watch this, in fact, Helium may already have jumped up significantly, or of course it could have gone up, hit some resistance level and dropped back down again. But it was actually on the way back up. I think it was around $13.50, $13 odd. I can't recall, but I know it was actually going up. So you'll need to get at least $101 US worth of HNT. I'd suggest putting $150 in there just so that you make sure for any variations that you're well and truly covered. And then step number 6, which is where the dilemma came from myself, and that was a PayPal account. Now, the PayPal account, I did have a PayPal account, but I hadn't used it for years. And my credit card that I had on there and the bank account that I had linked up to it, they were all old bank accounts. So I had to go through the process of linking new bank accounts and new credit cards to that PayPal account so that I could utilize it. That's what took the 2 days, because PayPal want to verify by putting funds into your account and taking a little bits out just to make sure that you are the person that you say you are. So those are the 6 steps, guys. Those are not debatable. Now, as you'll find out shortly, the PayPal account does have a question mark on it at the moment. The instructions state that you must pay in PayPal, but there does appear to be a credit card option there, and I'm not entirely sure if they work, but we'll cover that shortly when we get to the payment options. So there's 1 through to 6. Once again, just to recap, as we've got on there, open a Sensecap account. open a Seed Studio account, download the latest Helium wallet, and make sure it's 3.4 or above. Then you're going to need to deposit $101 US minimum. I'd suggest $150 worth of, and purchase $150 worth of HNT, or transfer it out of your Binance account or your trading account into your wallet. And then open up your PayPal account. And hey, presto, there's 1 through to 6 taken care of. Yeah! All right, so step number 7. Step number 7 is to purchase the AU915 coupon. Now, there's a little bit of text on this screen here. Now, this area over here, or let's follow the logical flow here. Now, the cost of each coupon is going to be $100. That was the $100 that you just deposited in there before. Now, don't worry about it and thinking, okay, well, the price of your Helium miner now, or your Sensecap miner, is now going to be an additional $100. This $100 actually comes off the price that's shown on the website. So, in fact, you're only paying the $519. It's just the $100 of that is going to be via a coupon. The rest of it will be via PayPal, or potentially credit card or other options if they're available. Now, there is a maximum of 3 per customer. Okay, so you can't go in there and purchase 15 of them. You can only purchase up to 3 of them at this particular point. At the base of that instruction page that I led you to before, at the base of that, you will find a series of these, and we'll show you a full screen cutout in a moment. But what you have down here are some buttons where you will be able to purchase the coupon. And this is that first step, if you like, of going through the actual purchase process, is to purchase that coupon. Now, if you notice that right now down here, there is no AU915, which means that they are not open for purchasing right now. So guys, I'm forearming you with all of the knowledge that you need to get yourself set, so when you do actually have the opportunity to purchase, that it's smooth sailing, because this is quite a complex process to go through if you've never done this before. I mean, there may be some of you who have never used a wallet before. There may be some of you who have never actually used your exchange. Maybe you're looking at this the first time. I mean, your exchange is a whole new start. And in fact, it's something I guess I need to sort of cover. You may not actually even have any crypto at all at the moment. This could be your first venture into cryptocurrency through purchasing your Helium Hotspot. In that case, you're also going to need to open a Binance account or some sort of trading account in order to purchase the HNT. Now, there are other platforms, but I would my own self suggest or recommend Binance. They are the one I use. They have the lowest trading fees, and withdrawals, deposits are free, whereas some of the other ones actually do cost you a bit more. But hey, you make your own choice, because I know there has been a little bit of bad news out there about Binance lately, so you make your own choices about that. I won't make any more recommendations beyond there. So down here, you click on the link. Now, as we will also discuss shortly, but I'll just sort of jump it a little bit here, you'll notice the times that are down here. These are going to be important. We're going to cover those shortly. Make sure I've got everything on this page here. Now, it is very important, don't purchase the incorrect code. So now I actually have no idea how this person has done this, but it just shows how rapidly these units are being shipped. Right now, at the time of recording, in fact, it was about probably 24 hours, maybe 48 hours ago, there was a new hotspot landed on the Australian map down in Melbourne. And guess what? When I went and had a look to figure out which brand it was, because, of course, that is a little bit of Bobcat City down there in Melbourne. There are no legal hotspots in Melbourne. And in fact, well, technically, there's still no legal hotspots in Melbourne, even though there's a new one, and that's a Sensecap. So somebody somehow managed to get this system to purchase a US hotspot, which is the same frequency and does auto adjust to the Australian market. So effectively, the US 915 is exactly the same as the AU 915. They just auto adjust, but obviously from administrational purposes here, they're not, Sensecap are not allowed to sell them to Australia. So somebody has managed to find a backdoor, maybe through a friend, however it might have been. Okay, so moving on to step number 8. So now you've got your coupon. You need to visit the Seed Studio URL for the AU915, and the link is shown in step 4 of the instruction page. So you're going back to that big long page that you had in front of you initially, that I gave you that shortened URL for. On their step number 4 is a link that you need to click on, which will take you to the page that will actually allow you to order your hotspot. Now, I don't know. Right now, you may be thinking, this is all so easy. This is all so easy. I don't know why I've watched the video up until now, but some of you may be thinking, thank God I watched this video, because frankly, there are so many steps in this to follow. So easy to go wrong if you're not particularly comfortable with crypto. All right, so step number 8 was to click on this link down here. And if you notice, the link is already here. So this, once again, adds validation to the fact that they are going to be opening soon. How soon, I don't know, but I've got a feeling probably within 1 to 2 weeks is my expectation, but I have absolutely zero information to back that up. It could be a month or it could be tomorrow. I have no idea. By the time this gets released, they could be selling to Australia. So, all right, so there's your link there. Where's that going to take you? It takes you to the purchase page for the Senscap hotspot. So this is what the page is going to look like. You will put the corresponding number in here, remembering that you will need a coupon per hotspot. So if you wanted to purchase 3 hotspots, you would need to put $300 into your Helium wallet, and then you would need to purchase 3 of those coupons to the value of $300, which will give you 3 separate coupon numbers, I assume, because guys, remember, I haven't been through this process yet myself. I am making an estimated guess, if you like, of the process based on what generally happens in these sites. But don't take everything as 100% gospel here. There may be some slight variations on the process when it actually all does open. But this is where you'll click on there. You'll select the number that you want to do. Now it should have automatically selected the AU915 when you actually clicked on the correct link. If you have come in here and it says US 915 or EU 868, then you're on the wrong link. I would go out of that and click back in. There is a potential that you could click on the link here. I don't know if they're going to be selectable or not, but I really wouldn't rely on that. I would go back out and I would click on the correct link and double check. Because what you don't want to do is end up in an incorrect hotspot, especially if it's a European one, because they're on a completely different frequency band. At least the US one you could ship here, and well, theoretically, I guess it should work, but it pays to actually purchase the correct one up front anyway. It's important to note that you actually can't go directly to this website and purchase, because as you go through the process, it looks like you're going to get there and you get all excited, just like I did on day one, until you get to the end of it and it says, bom bom, big red letters saying, no, you don't have a coupon, you can't purchase. And of course, you can't purchase a coupon until they sell them to Australians. God damn it. Anyway, rolling along. Okay, so step number 10, select your desired, now there was also a section to the left-hand side of this again where you needed to put your own details in there, but I haven't worried about, you can do that yourself. Step number 10, select the desired shipping method. Buyer here, I think it said end user from memory. There was about 4 options. There was business to business, end user, and something else. I'm going to guess that we're all going to be selecting end user. I don't know what the reason for that, if that actually has any, it increases your chances of, I've got no idea. But anyway, it would be an end user. Choose what do you want. Do you want DHL with 2 to 5 working days, or FedEx 5 to 10? And in this case here, I really have no idea why you would choose FedEx when it's more expensive and going to take longer. So I would just select DHL, which it automatically defaults to anyway, recognizing that you're going to need to pay an additional $32 odd in shipping, remembering that this is only for a single unit that I've selected here. If it's 3 units, it would probably be more based on weight. Okay, this area down here is where PayPal is already selected. Now, if you do notice, I mentioned before something about credit card and bank transfer. Those options are on this sheet, but I don't know if you can use them or not. There's nothing to say that you can't use them here. And the only thing that is saying PayPal is if you go right back to that first instruction sheet where it says payment for the hotspots will be with PayPal. So I don't know, maybe there's been some progress where they are now able to take credit cards where they couldn't to start with. But guys, I just reinforce, get yourself set with PayPal. PayPal is the one that they recommend at this point. So, hey, we just want to get a hotspot in our hand, for goodness sake. Let's just follow the bouncing ball and do what they ask us to do, if it's at all possible. If you want to push the envelope and use credit card, well, by all means, you go ahead and do that and let me know how you go, because if you can do it, I'll make sure that we put something in the Facebook group or send out an amended video to say that, yes, you can use credit cards. Okay, so that's that one. Moving along to step number 11. This is where you get to put the coupon code. So if you notice right now, it's showing full price on here. Now, this is where I'm going to make an assumption, because I can't do it because I don't have a coupon to put in here, but I'm going to imagine that when you put the coupon code and apply, that this price actually comes down by $100, being that that was the price that you actually paid for your coupon. So there you go. You've gone through the steps up to step 11. What's the next step? The big step number 12. No, hang on, let's go back and actually have a look here. Special note. Good. I did actually mention earlier on about what the page looked like. This is what, if of course you've been to the page, make sure you scroll all the way from the top to the bottom, because unless you scroll all the way to the bottom, you don't see this information. Now, there are batch 4, there's batch 5, there's batch 6. At this point, they have got all different shipping addresses. Batch 4 is before August, batch 5 is before September, and batch 6 is before October. Now, I don't know which batch they're going to be placing the AU915 into. So I guess right now we should probably look to worst case scenario and assume that it's going to be in batch 6. It also talks about quantities in here as well. 5,000 for the US, 2,000 for Europe, 5,000 for US, 3,000 for Europe, and I can't even read what that says. I think that says 8,000 and 4,000. But anyway, there's a lot more in batch number 6. So in one of these areas here, or perhaps all of them, there will be an AU915 once it is actually available to us. And you will want to select the earliest batch that you can to ship. But here's the trick, guys. Here's the big one. And this is where it's going to get potentially a little bit difficult for us over here in Australia. But guys, remember, as I said before, follow the bouncing ball. Okay, this is one night out of your life. So let's just, if you want a hotspot, you got to do what you got to do. And you've got to purchase, and it's very time sensitive, because once this batch runs out, it runs out and there's no more available. Now, these links here, these links become available at the time that is actually specified above them. So you can't go in there right now and purchase a batch 6 because it's not available for purchasing yet. The only one that you can purchase is the one that's actually open. And at the time of recording this, there are no batches open. So batches 1, 2, and 3 have all been sold out and they are gone. Batch 4 does not open for another day yet. So by the time you watch this video, there's probably close to another 24 hours until this opens. So you're going to, what is it here, that starts at 9 o'clock. So it's 9 o'clock, I can't even read that there. I've got the screen so shrunk down so I could actually get it all on there. Anyway, just go and read the site yourself so you verify the time. You want to be at the computer when this thing opens. Okay, this is what, now for us over here in Australia, obviously Americans are not going to necessarily have an interest in purchasing AU915, nor are the Europeans. So the high probability is that these links here, even if it opens up at exactly the same time as the US, exactly the same, actually, now have a look at that. The European one actually opens at a different time. So there we go. They are actually timed. So I've only just realized that at this particular point. So maybe the Australian one, when it's on there, will actually open during business hours to us. But whatever it is, whatever the time it says that the AU915 opens, guys, I would suggest you're sitting there at the computer, whether it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the morning, that you are sitting there at the computer ready to go. And before you're sitting there, make sure you have got steps 1 through to 6 completed. So complete them now, complete them today. Okay, most of us are still in lockdown right now, so we can't go out and do anything right now. The Olympic Games finished today, so guys, we've got plenty of time. So go in there and actually get steps 1 through to 6 finished, ready to roll, and we're ready for when the gates open. What do we do beyond there? Step number 12, get your hotspot ready. Okay, your hotspot location, that is. Okay, wherever you're going to put that, get it ready, because, guys, this is not Nebra that we are talking about. All right, this is not Syncrobit, which is only just a smidgen better than Nebra, in my opinion, at the moment. Rack, an incredibly reputable company, super reputable company with a magnificent product, but unfortunately they are just so smashed that they are so far behind that we know that my hotspot that I ordered 2 months ago will not be shipped to me until January. Now, I'm probably going to keep that one still open anyway, because I wouldn't mind getting a rack hotspot as well. I'm going to close out my Nebra units. I will be placing an order with Linxdot, and I will also be placing an order with Senscap. Guys, if I've learned nothing else out of the experience of Nebra, and that's don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread the love, spread the load. And plus you get to experience various hotspots. Remembering they're all on the same frequencies, so they're all going to talk to one another exactly the same. It's just going to be a slightly different look, some slightly different specs, different antennas. They've all got exactly the same connection, so you can throw on your external antenna onto any of them, they'll work exactly the same. So get your hotspot set up, all ready to roll. Get yourself into the Discord channel. If you're not already in the Sensecap Discord channel, go down to the description of this video. You'll find the link in there. Get yourself in there. Follow the Helium, the videos that I put out through Helium Down Under. Guys, if you found any value in this whatsoever and you have not subscribed to my channel, guys, do me a favor. There's an enormous amount of time I put into making these videos, and if you notice, there's no ads in them. I don't even have affiliate links. Guys, there is zero payback for this, besides knowing the fact that I'm helping my fellow man and my fellow Aussies to get set up, and my hope is the fact that if I can help you get set up and do it right, then I'm going to be able to leverage off the good network that you're creating. But do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. You don't get loads of spam emails or anything. You get a notification every now and then when I put a video up. And also smash the like button. I'd really, really appreciate that. But guys, stay calm, sit back, relax, get a beer, get a wine, get a water, get a tea, get a coffee, get it whatever you want to do. And just kick back, and your hotspot is not far away. If both Senscap and Linxdot at the moment, my guess is that the shipping time for both companies, given the fact that neither of them right at the time of recording are actually physically taking orders and shipping to Australia, but based on the information that I'm seeing, I'm expecting within a week to 2 weeks that both companies will be accepting orders, and I'm expecting that both of them will probably be shipping to Australia around October. Now, there is probably an exception if you are one of the fortunate few, however many, and I picked up something through Discord from Eric, through the Linxdot hotspots. Somebody kept pressing him and asking, how many Australian hotspots have you got? What percentage did you keep? And I think he slipped in a moment of weakness, and he said 15%. There was 1,000 hotspots, so that means that if that 15% is to be believed, and if it's actually accurate, that we've probably got about 150 AU915 hotspots that will roll out the door of Linxdot in about probably 4 to 6 weeks' time. So they are probably going to be the first ones here. It's unlikely that Sensecap will ship prior to that, but hey, maybe you will. So guys, look, hopefully you've found some value in the video tonight. Keep your eyes peeled on the Discord. Keep your eyes peeled here on YouTube at Helium Down Under. And guys, I've enjoyed talking to you, and I will talk to you again real soon. Helium out.